And for our listeners, maybe of whom are navigating their own transformation with the help of AI or exploring its possibilities, could you please share a specific example or maybe situation where AI made significant impact? It could be a case where AI transformed a system or drove strategic changes or create a life-changing impact, whether for an individual or maybe for
Great
a company.
question. As we look at AI, we're scared of it. A lot of people are like, this is unknown. This is going to take my job. This is a tool that I don't want. When you have time, take a look at my TED Talk I did in October 2024. And it's talking about how AI can help healthcare. As a doctor, my goal is how can I improve humanity? How can I give more to my patients? And so, in that, the way I see it is it's not about AI being better than human or human better than AI. It's about both. Human plus AI together will beat the best human or beat the best AI. Together, you have the personality, the clinical gestalt of who you are, your experiences, and you match that with AI. And when you put it together, you're going to have something better. I'll give you an example. As an emergency room doctor, I take to heart anytime someone comes to the emergency room. If that person is sick, if that person saw a doctor and they got worse, I figure what happened, what went wrong with that we didn't help them. So what I do personally, I'll give you an example of how I use AI to change a system. Example, say you have a child that's 5 years old and that child is having an asthma attack, they can't breathe, you give them medicine, now they're okay. What I do is instead of giving them the discharge papers that say, okay, take your medicine, watch out for these things, I take those papers, I put them into AI, and then I take the core concepts of what those papers say, and then I convert them into a coloring book. And in that coloring book, I now can draw with the child. We can sit down and draw together, and I'm teaching them how to avoid their asthma, how to take their medicine. And that's a simple way of how I'm giving them a coloring book to discharge instructions. And now the child understands their disease. They're 5 years old. I'm speaking their language. And this is how I'm changing a system. Instead of giving papers, I'm giving them a real good tool to understand their disease process.
Thanks, Harvey, for the brilliant case. Looking at the broader horizon of AI and healthcare, how do you think AI will shape the future of healthcare in a strategic
So,
way?
as an emergency room, I'll give another example in the ER. There's multiple examples. But for me, the one I want to highlight right now is predictive analytics. If I'm in the emergency room and I see someone, say, vomiting and diarrhea, I'm thinking, oh, they may have had bad food, maybe a virus. But if there's predictive analytics showing that, hey, throughout Dallas, there was 500 people with vomiting diarrhea, and most of those people were at the stadium watching soccer game, then I can say, you know what? This is coming from this source. Now, before this becomes even a bigger outbreak, we can use the AI with the predictive analytics to say it's actually lettuce in these sandwiches, and we can now stop that lettuce to make sure that it doesn't spread. Here are key examples how it could literally save lives and make AI healthcare much better.
Thank you so much for your response. When we talk about kids' health, healthcare, and AI, it's clear that tools like generative AI for drawing pictures or creating games are just the beginning. AI's true purpose lies in thinking big, cope with critical issues like children's health, advancing healthcare systems, and supporting humanity's well-being at all.